Welcome back, SGL. It is Friday night. You know what that means. We are going to be kicking off the weekend with some SGL action right here between the Rebellion and Axe and Rose SC. This is the Oli Mazar. And if you guys remember, we were supposed to kick this off yesterday, but we weren't able to get everyone in, and both teams agreed to postpone it to tonight. Now, though, both teams are in. They are in the lobby, and we are ready to go. So we're not going to waste any more time. We've already covered both teams extensively when Anomaly and I were in the stream yesterday, commentating both this and El Matador versus Timbers Army. Let's dive right into this match. And just like that, we are going to kick off. Here we go. The Rebellion of New England Revolution versus Axe and Rose of Portland Timbers. And for the Rebellion, we see Triple C, Bowler, and Pipe Shot Gogan. No shorts in this lineup. Going against AGD Delight, Borf, and the Dark Shade. We've seen this lineup from Axe and Rose for the past couple of weeks. They've basically been playing this three for quite a few of their recent games. They haven't been too bad. They've had a decent, they've been decent in bringing the ball forward and defending, but the problem is when the pace gets picked up, they just struggle to keep up. Right now, though, they might have an opportunity to get a game win, as the Rebellion do not have shorts in the lineup right here. And I don't know if he will be around tonight. We shall see. But so far, Axe and Rose have the potential to get a win here. Not for the match, but at least a game, for sure. Slow start from the Rebellion, by the way. Polar trying to advance them, but Darkshade meets them. Gogan, the last man at the back. Open net. Polar had to get there. I'm surprised no one from Axe and Rose is attacking that. That was a great opportunity. The Rebellion get away with it. Now they get a chance on the counter. Darkshade helping out right there. Polar trying to go for an audacious shot. Just doesn't come off for him. Nice work by Gogan to get the ball past one. Couldn't get it to Polar. And now Axe and Rose try to bring it forward. Triple C playing it loose, giving Darkshade the chance to get to the ball. Gets it off the wall. No way to get back to the ball. Delight takes over, gets a nice couple of touches, but the ball is in front of Polar, who couldn't get the final touch. Gogan following it up. Polar there to keep up the pressure. Gogan using all his boost to pop it up. Triple C faking with zero boost. Polar finally takes over, but he doesn't get good enough control of the ball to get a shot off. All he does is try to bring the ball out to the flanks, helping his teammates go back and get some boost, but now they're in defensive mode as Axe and Rose push up and look for the first goal of the match. Cyberbird, good to see you in chat. We don't have too many people, but that's fine. If you do miss out on watching this live on Twitch, you can always catch up on YouTube, as well as on Twitch if the bot is still around. But you might want to watch this as Axe and Rose take the lead. AGD Delight getting a huge goal for the Portland Timbers boys. First touch to bring it to the far post, and then he dunks on Gogan at the goal line. Axe and Rose, the underdogs, take the lead against first place Rebellion. Good Lord, what a start. For the two viewers who are here tonight, you are getting some insane performances right here from these Portland Timbers boys. But now the Rebellion come back up. Triple C with a weak shot, and he gets the equalizer not too long after the Rebellion concede. A little messy right there. Triple C bumping Polar, but that bump allows Polar to touch the ball up to the backboard. Triple C having the net to himself, taps it in, and the Axe and Rose lead didn't last for too long. We're back all square. And now it feels like the Rebellion are starting to find their groove. Axe and Rose got to take advantage of this. They've had such a good start, but now they need to backtrack. Open net. Darkshade couldn't make it back, and Triple C gets his second. Probably the easiest goal he'll score all season. Getting a nice bounce off the corner after winning the 50. Bringing it all the way forward from the midfield with ease. And the Rebellion take the lead, just like that. Borf trying to will his team back to no avail. No boost for the Axe and Rose players except for Darkshade, who's all the way back. Polar with 100 boost, trying to pinch it off the wall, but the ball goes the other way. This should help Axe and Rose come forward. All of them with a lot of boost in the tank. Borf, Darkshade going for the ball. But the Rebellion are able to bring it forward. Polar at the corner, trying to go for a double to no avail. Darkshade bounces it off the backboard for the clear. Borf gets the demo on Triple C. And Polar now takes over with his Fennec and Shopify Rebellion. Decal, open net miss from Golden. That should have been 3-1, but it doesn't come off. We are in the final minute. Axe and Rose are still in it. Borf with a nice bump, whether he meant it or not. Delight going for the early shot, testing this Rebellion backline, making sure they respect them on the attack. Darkshade doesn't get the touch, but he does try to interfere. It's not enough. Polar still gets his shot off, gets the third, and now the Rebellion have some breathing space. With 28 seconds remaining, they're up 3-1. Axe and Rose had such a good start. But once the Rebellion started to up the pace, Axe and Rose started dropping deeper and deeper. Then the Rebellion started to capitalize on the opportunities that they had. Final 10 seconds. Surely the Rebellion will see this off. But Axe and Rose don't care to let this game end. They want to get that second. They want to keep their momentum going. But it's all over now. Axe and Rose started off well, but they couldn't see off the Rebellion. They lose game one, but they should not drop their heads. They had a really good performance. They just couldn't keep it up, but there's still a lot of Rocket League action to go, chat. And we see it right there. Good distribution of touches from Delight, Borf, and Darkshade. 25, 26, and 22 touches, respectively. Only problem is when they did try to, when they got the lead, the Rebellion just switched on just like that. Started to clean up their own gameplay, not sit back as much as they did earlier. And that only forced Axe and Rose to drop deeper. But the formula is there. This Rebellion team can be pinned back. Axe and Rose just have to get their touches. They cannot afford to miss any of the balls that are loose. They cannot afford to have any whiffs, and they should be fine going forward. Meanwhile, for the Rebellion, they started to get to the top of their game when they started to up their aggression. So all they need to do is play on the front foot, and they can pin this Axe and Rose team back. No subs from either team. Here we go. Game 2 kicking off. The Rebellion may have ended game 1 strong, but this is a whole new game altogether. Can Axe and Rose start off as well as they did in the first game? Or will the Rebellion look to keep their momentum going? A little bit of an awkward moment right there for Polar. Axe and Rose could have had the first, but he was able to deal with that. And now they go the other way. Polar right there. Near post finish. Darkshade tried to dribble the ball away. Tried to keep it close, but Gogan gets it away from him. Nobody else at the back to cover the goal. Polar with an easy finish. And the Rebellion take the lead in 25 seconds. Ooh, that could have been a second for Polar. Good bit of intervention there. Now, Delight's looking a little awkward. He's fortunate that the ball was away from the net. Just couldn't get himself to grips when attempting to reverse that ball. Now it's all better for Axon Rose. Polar, though, is willing this team forward all on his own. Just making sure that the Rebellion don't sit back. Winning every ball that he gets to. Moving it forward without too much resistance. But now Axon Rose are up there. Shot off of the post, open net, and Darkshade gets the equalizer. What a response from Axon Rose. Their never say die attitude has kept them in this match, and now they come back from 1-0 down. This Rebellion lead didn't even last a full minute, and Axon Rose have already brought it back all square. Much better from Axon Rose right here. Much better defensively with their rotations as well. But the whip has hurt them right here. Gogan with a long shot. You'd think that would be dealt with. Unfortunately, Borf just couldn't get to the ball. That was a decently fast-paced shot, too, from Gogan. The Rebellion take the lead once again. Borf off of the ceiling. But Triple C just brings it forward. Miss from Darkshade. Triple C off the backboard. Both Gogan and Polar going for it. Triple C gets beaten. Darkshade trying to bring it up quickly. Couldn't get there. Delight behind him to help out his teammate. But Polar brings it up to the midfield to Gogan, who plays it off the side wall. Polar with a miss. Triple C all on his own. Defends that very well. Shadowing Borf to perfection. Finally getting it out. Borf with a shot! What a placement! Borf with an insane finish from the right flank. Darkshade off the corner. Triple C going for the boost instead of the ball. Gogan trying to get out there but couldn't make it. And Axon Rose have tied this game once again. With less than 3 minutes remaining, it's 2 apiece. Oh, might it be a third? Borf trying to flick it into the net. Just couldn't get enough power to beat Polar. And the early aggression from Axon Rose is making it tough for Polar to settle onto the ball. And his teammates are starting to fall back now. Spells trouble for them. Good bit of play there from Borf, getting it out there. The demo stymies their momentum somewhat, but the Rebellion is still there, looking to get the lead yet again. Polar sitting back, 1v1 against Borf. Borf lets it go. Delight misses, and Darkshade is nowhere near. Polar, with an easy finish, gives the Rebellion their third lead of this game. They're up 3-2 with a 60-mile-per-hour, 96-kilometer-per-hour shot, as presented by Allen's BangersOnly.com radar gun. As much as the Rebellion has struggled in this game, they're still able to get their opportunities, and what a save from Borf. Coming out of the goal, standing it on the goal line, keeping Axon Rose in this. Not too long after, though, Axon Rose come forward, Darkshade with an early shot. Triple C barely gets it out of the way. Borf trying to go for the bump. Polar dodges against the save. Darkshade tries to flick it up to keep it going, and Borf makes it all square yet again. Great pass by Darkshade. Polar beam. Triple C misses. Gogan goes for boost instead of staying in the net. Borf puts it in, and it's 3-all. This is an absolutely insane game, chat. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right here. First place Rebellion. Sure, they don't have shorts, but they should still be a very good, difficult team to deal with. But this Axon Rose team has made it so difficult for the Rebellion to keep the lead in this game too. And they might concede the fourth right here. Delight trying to create an opportunity, couldn't get it off. Darkshade with a shot! And the Rebellion have gone down! It took 4 attempts, but in the fourth, Darkshade gives his Portland Timbers team the lead with 75 seconds left. Axon Rose are up 4-3. Nelly, good to see you in chat. Just in time. What an absolutely crazy game 2 we have right here. We'll see how the Rebellion responds, but they are looking in big trouble right here as we enter the final minute. Delight popping it off, trying to get the second touch. Weak, but it still gives Triple C a bit of trouble. Gogan and Polar looking a bit of a mess. And Borb tries to get it out of the way, but he couldn't get the touch to get the ball away from Triple C. And Triple C somehow scores this and ties the game yet again. 4-4. Oh my God. I don't think the goals have dried up. I think we're gonna see another one for sure. Who will get that? We don't know. But not too long after I claim another goal coming in, Triple C gives the Rebellion the lead with 30 seconds remaining. Darkshade couldn't make it on time. And when Triple C took the shot, Borf tried to touch it away, but the ghost touch, the daunting, terrible ghost touch. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that's how he conceded that goal. That is terribly unlucky. Sucks that the game still has that. But now Axon Rose need to shake it off. They're up in the orange half, blue half, sorry. And now Polar finally gets it out of the way. Ball lofted high up in front of the orange goal. 5 seconds remaining. Polar bumps Gogan. Delight trying to bring it forward. Borf trying to keep it up, but they don't get the lucky bounce off of the side. And the Rebellion somehow win this game too, despite Axon Rose coming back again and again and again and even taking the lead.
First thing I see when I look at the car are them big boy wheels. Black on black, gotta coordinate when I get to the grill. Headlights looking like cat's eyes high being cut through the fields. Press the start when you hear that tiger really come alive, it's real. Open sesame, keyless sky. Jump in, fling on my belt, then drive. Body kit with a white arch inside.
Just trying to catch my breath right now. That was an insane game too. Much better performance from Axon Rose right here, but the Rebellion still find a way. They still find a way to get that victory. And we are gonna kick off game 3. No time to waste. Here we go. Same lineups from both teams. May as well stay in the same arena. Can the Rebellion get a sweep despite their struggles? Or will Axon Rose get a win against first place Rebellion? And they almost conceded right there. A crazy low double from a very tight angle, but Polar just couldn't get it on target. Good touch there by Darkshade to keep it close, but couldn't get the 50 on Gogan. Ball goes back to the orange wall. And now Delight trying to bring it forward, gets demoed for his trouble. Ball bouncing off the side wall. Delight trying to go for a shot, just gets over the ball and couldn't get the solid contact that he was looking for. Polar now off the ceiling. A demo to help him, and a good save from Delight. He saw what was coming, ready for the save, and gets it. Keeps the team in it, and Borb takes advantage of the counterattack. A long shot, and somehow Gogan couldn't make the save. Flicks the wrong way, and Axon Rose take the lead. 1-0. Now we're starting to see the confidence come out of all of these Portland players. Borf, Delight, and Darkshade looking way more comfortable now that they've taken the lead. Darkshade now trying to pass it to the side. Great pass. The net is all open. Oh my goodness. Delight extends Axl Rose's lead. The Rebellion get caught off guard. And Delight with a 63 mile per hour, 100 kilometer per hour shot as per Allen's BangersOnly.com radar gun. And Axl Rose doubled their lead. They're up 2-0. It doesn't take long for the Rebellion to come back, though. Polar off the sidewalk to make sure Darkshade doesn't get the touch, and then beats Delight, the keeper, to get a goal back for the Rebellion 7 seconds after kickoff, and it's 2-1 to Axl Rose. Oh, Gogan might get the second right there. His flick went way over the crossbar, but now Triple C falls up, gets the second touch off of the crossbar, and it's not too long before the Rebellion get back into this. From 2-0 down, they're already tied 2 apiece. This kickoff is in Axl Rose's favor, though. Borf centering it for Delight, but couldn't get there. Triple C finally clears it out. Short side Polar takes over, passing it to Triple C. Gets a weak shot, not even on target. Darkshade with a good pass out to Delight. Delight going for an aerial, beats his man. Polar is there to cover for Gogan and makes a big save to keep the Rebellion in it. I was not expecting this Rebellion side to be on the back foot in this manner. This AGD Delight-led Axl Rose team has been way better than they've been for the past few weeks. They're even defending with confidence, not intimidated by whatever the Rebellion throw at them. Not deterred by any of the mistakes they might make at the back. But it doesn't take too long for the Rebellion to get their lead. 1 minute after tying the game, they have taken the lead. They're up 3-2. Courtesy of a great pass from Polar to Triple C. 3-2 to the Rebellion. They're 2-0 up in this match. With this, and they get a sweep and get out of it. And honestly, a sweep would be completely undeserving because Axl Rose have been so good. They deserve to get at least a point out of this match. But it's all about getting the goals and stopping them. It's as simple as that. Darkshade now looking to get the third for Axl Rose and get them back into this. Delight takes over. Gets it off the backboard. Darkshade meets Polar, and now Gogan gets it out. Polar lurking, chooses to let it go. Gogan with an early shot off target. Borf touches it out to the corner, but Polar is there to bring it back. The ball's floating in front of the net. Gogan couldn't get the touch. Darkshade gets it away. Off target from Triple C. And now the counterattack begins. Borf to AGD Delight, but Delight couldn't get to it. And now Polar getting his mechs going. Gets the flip reset. But Darkshade meets him in the middle. Prevents him from getting that flick. Now Gogan towards goal, but Borf is comfortable enough to make that save and get it away. Ooh, you don't want to give Polar this much time. Full tank of boost. He's going up in the air now, trying to get a flip reset, but he doesn't get it. 2 whiffs. Polar is still there to keep up the pressure. Borf gets it out, but gets demoed. Darkshade looking awkward, and Gogan gets the 4th. Gives the Rebellion a much-needed 2-goal lead. Darkshade couldn't adjust quickly enough, and Gogan capitalizes. The Rebellion are up 4-2 with 45 seconds remaining, and despite their struggles, they're looking likely to get the sweep tonight. This might be an opportunity right there, but both Darkshade and Delight going for the same ball. Neither of them could win that challenge. And now Triple C takes advantage of the pass from Gogan. Borf trying to get it out, but Polar meets it in the middle. A double from Triple C, just couldn't get it on target. Time is running out for Axe and Rose, though. They need to get a goal fast. Great 50 from Delight to Borf, who takes it to the corner, but plays it right to Triple C. Loose touch. Darkshade misses. That's not good for them. And now they need to backtrack. They need to make sure they don't concede another. But the clock is run down. They cannot make up this 2-goal deficit. And despite their best efforts, they cannot win a game. And the Rebellion get away with it. They sweep Axe and Rose. Oh man, I'm gonna be really honest. I thought Axe and Rose were gonna get a win over the Rebellion, and I would have said that that was gonna be a great result for them. But the Rebellion somehow found a way to get a victory in each of the games that they have played. We didn't even have any overtimes, despite the comebacks from both teams. It's been a goal fest of a match. Both teams doing very well to get the ball into the back of the net. But at the end of the day, when the Rebellion start to up the pace led by Polar, Axe and Rose just didn't have an answer. And chat, just as a reminder, this is the last match of the championship this week. We have one more match remaining from the Premier. And that will be tomorrow late into the night. Just waiting to see if there are any interviews before we start to wrap things up. I will say this. This is probably the best Axe and Rose have looked in the past few weeks, and this is without Canty and Hamburger Herder, who I'd consider two of their best players. It just goes to show you how much better these Axe and Rose players have been getting as the season has progressed. That they could give this Rebellion side of Polar, Triple C, and Gogan so many problems. But at the end of the day, the skill gap is still pretty big. And that's what mattered at the end of the day. Yeah, we do have two interviews lined up. One from the Rebellion, one from Axe and Rose. We will start with the Rebellion interview first. Bear with me for a second as I get everything ready. And let us welcome in the Rebellions. Polar, welcome on in. This looked like a very tough match for your team, but you guys still found a way to win it. What went wrong for your team tonight? Oh, sorry. I was muted. Polar, you can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Well, welcome on into the interview booth. The stream was able to hear my question, but I'll repeat it for you. You know, you guys struggled throughout this match, but still came out with a win. In your eyes, what do you think went wrong for your team tonight?
What went wrong tonight? I think our rotations were a little rough. We were trying to figure out our third. I mean, us three don't play together too often, like this exact rotation. So we were just kind of trying to find our footing within that. You know, obviously we came out on top, but I think that's where we struggled.
Yeah, it did look like there was just, no clarity on who's supposed to be where when in each and every situation that arose. But when you guys were starting to get forward on the attack, things just started to click. Did anyone take charge, or were you guys just falling into place at the right time and just working things out?
We all kind of communicate pretty well together. No one's really necessarily calming more than anyone else. Everyone's just kind of, calling what they see when they see it, what they're doing. And so that kind of communication goes a long way in these kind of games, especially when you don't, like I said, you have a squad that doesn't play together too often. It really helps you know where your team is.
Yeah, in these cases, absolutely. Communication matters a whole lot. Was there a lot of communication going on, or was it a bit more quiet tonight?
Oh, we were yapping the whole time.
Hell yeah. The more you talk, the better your gameplay is at the end of the day. One other thing I wanted to bring up. Triple C was talking about potentially resetting the lobby. It did look a bit unstable, but then he decided to go against it in the end. Did things just improve for you guys, or did you guys just try to deal with whatever was coming through in the game?
We just said whatever. I mean, it's working. There was some lag issues on our end. I was getting weird stutters, but I don't think it was internet related or server related. I think it was like PC related. So that's why we were just like, it's probably just my computer being dumb. So.
Well, at least it worked out for you guys in the end, because that game 3, you guys found your footing yet again. And, before we go into game 3, game 2 was just wild. It was a goal and then an equalizer, another goal, another equalizer, and so on and so forth. How are you guys able to keep your composure throughout that game?
I think we all stay pretty calm. I don't think there's really much pressure for us. We know what we have to do to win, and we know that we can win. We just have... I mean, I've been gaming for a very, very long time in a lot of high-pressure situations, so I've kind of learned to just keep my composure. So I can't speak for the other boys, but for me, I definitely know how to just keep calm.
And it does help at the end of the day. Your composure takes you a very long way for sure. And you guys do tend to play together in other games, right? Does that help with your synergy in Rocket League as well?
For sure, just being comfortable with each other in terms of just like communicating and like knowing how they, we each play different games. I think it does help, yeah.
And continuing on the synergy topic, I mean, you and Shorts just work together so well, but Shorts has not been around all night. He kind of mentioned it in the in-game threads, but do you want to talk about why he's not here tonight, as well as last night?
It's not my place to.
Okay, fair.
If he chooses to disclose that information, that's him. But it's an important reason.
Good thing or a bad thing? It's a good thing.
Good. Right thing. Amazing thing.
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll wait for him to disclose it then, for sure. All right. Absolutely good reason too, by the way. Like, I totally get why. So makes perfect sense. Anyways, one last question. You guys are sitting at the top of the league, but the gap is shrinking. Are you guys gonna see if you can practice with, this lineup without Shorts a bit more so you guys can get used to each other? Or are you hoping for Shorts to come back and see off the season?
I'm not sure. I was just told I can't actually tell you guys.
Okay.
So Shorts had their second child just born.
There you go. Congratulations to Shorts.
Shorts is now Dad X2, which is, yes, huge congratulations to Shorts. We're so happy for him. It's incredible news. So we will probably have to run some more practice with this lineup, because I'm not sure how much free time Shorts will have in the next coming days. Or weeks, rather. But yeah, no, we're so happy for Shorts.
Nah, you know what? Even if he doesn't play, it's totally understandable. What a great news, man. I guess that explains why he was away. Congrats to Shorts and his whole family. Second child is huge. I totally get if you want to be around. So I guess it's up to you guys to step up and make up for him. But you still have a few more games remaining. I'm sure you guys will be fine at the end of the day. I guess that's it for the interview. Now the floor is yours, Polar. If you have anything you want to say, if you have any shout outs to give, go ahead.
No shout outs for me. Just that, well, shout out to you, Maz. Thank you so much for commentating, hosting, doing all the work that you do for the league. We really appreciate it. Always a pleasure. Shout out to Axe and Rose for the great game. I love a game that, it was close as it was. It was a really fun time, and I really appreciate them coming out today.
Heck yeah, absolutely. And they put up a game as well, so props to them for that.
For sure.
Well, have a good night, Polar. We'll catch you next time. GG's.
All right. Peace out. Jeez.
Well, that explains why Shorts was away. And you know what? Perfect. It makes sense. Even though Shorts wasn't around, this Rebellion team took care of business, and that's what matters at the end of the day as we approach the end of the season. But speaking of the end, the stream is not going to be done yet. We are going to have our second interview tonight, this time from Axe and Rose. So let us welcome in AGD Delight of Axe and Rose. Delight, this was your team's best performance in a while, maybe your best performance of the season, and this against the Rebellion too, as well as being away from home. Like, you guys were playing on US East. What was the mindset going in to enable you guys to take your gameplay to the next level?
The mindset was we're playing with house money. It's the number one team in the league. We're second to last, would probably deserve to be last in the league. Nobody expects anything from us. You know what? If we get a goal, that's a win. And after a goal, if we get, one game, that's a win. And we came so damn close to taking multiple games. I feel like, Polar had to stand on his head to preserve some of those leads. He stole a couple clips from me. I stole a couple clips from him. It's just the ball bounces poorly for some teams sometimes, and it keeps bouncing poorly for us. But we made the number one seed in the league really work for it. Sweep or not, I feel good about that.
No, as you should. I mean, a sweep is not completely reflective of this match anyways. You guys deserve to get a point at the very least. But with that said, you did trouble them. You were scoring goal after goal after goal. Nothing deterred you. How'd you guys keep your rhythm going, despite the Rebellion continuously coming back?
We didn't deserve to be swept, seems to be what we say every goddamn week. But eventually you say it enough times and maybe it's actually true. You know what? Every time they scored a goal, I just kept reminding the team it's 0-0. Like, it doesn't matter what the scoreline is. It doesn't matter what the, game line is. No matter if they're up by 1, up by 2, up by 3, it doesn't matter. It's always 0-0. Keep the pressure high. Keep making them make saves. Don't give them space. If they're in the air, go up and challenge them. Ignore the goal, or the score line, I should say. Ignore the score line. It's always 0-0. And 90% of the time, that seemed to work.
Oh, it absolutely did. I mean, there were so many instances where you guys were getting up there early and challenging them and basically keeping them pinned back. It looked like you guys were putting out some good passes as well and setting each other up. Was there some work done before this match? Like, were you guys warming up, or did you guys get some pointers or advice from any of the Timbers Army boys by any chance?
We warmed up for about 20 minutes tonight. We played a few matches last night when this scheduled match didn't end up happening because Polar doesn't know how to wake up. I'm calling you out, Polar. Set 2 alarms, my dude. Anyway, we played a little bit last night. We played a little bit tonight. We were just being really vocal about, like, hey, I'm upfield, I'm on your left, I'm on your right. Try to send it up. Some of those passes came off, some of them didn't, but with against a team like the Rebellion, you got to get creative. You can't just go straight for goal. So it was all about, connecting those zigzags, connecting those passes, doing some 1-2s or some 1-2-3s in some instances. There were a couple team goals that I was really proud of us scoring. But yeah, it's just about keeping the pressure high and keeping the pressure up.
Oh, absolutely. And you guys looked very enterprising tonight. You guys definitely caught this Rebellion team off guard for sure. So much so that they started to get some more bumps into you guys. How did you guys adjust your game to deal with the bumps and a bit of added physicality?
They were pretty physical. I think it was just about I don't have a good answer for that. I mean, I could speak to me personally.
That's fine.
It was all about just keeping my left index finger on the drift button, so when I get bumped, I can get back into play as quick as possible. And also communicating, I could say that about everyone. Everyone was kind of communicating, hey, I'm bumped, hey, I'm slow back, slow it down if you can. And I think a couple of the times we got caught out, it was when somebody couldn't slow it down effectively enough. But at the same time, we got a few demos against them. We had them pinned back. We kept the pressure high too. It just, Polar's a great technical player. He's a really good sharpshooter, and we did our damnedest, and it just wasn't quite enough.
Well, look at it this way. At least you have gotten your gameplay to be much improved. This was a really good performance from you all, and I think it goes to show you that communication matters. Good comms will take your gameplay very, very far. Now, with that said, you guys were the only three together. You, Darkshade, and Borf. You didn't have any other subs available. No Canty, no Hamburger Herder. And I don't think you've had both of them available for the past couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks. So do you guys think you're going to have to continue on without those two? Or are you hoping for them to come back for the remaining games?
I think for the remainder of this season, it's going to be spotty. They both have some real life stuff they got to take care of. Canty has some young kids, and Herder is doing a new program in school on top of work. I'd love to have both of them available, but for the rest of this season, it's going to be really, really hit and miss. I'm kind of looking at the remainder of this season as, practice and vibing and whatever. And I think next season is when you're going to see Axe and Rose SC really break out.
Heck yeah, we can't wait to see that. With that said, you still have a few games remaining till the end of the season. Got a tough run too, but you have shown that you're not going to be intimidated with against any of these opponents. So I guess I have nothing else to ask. I'll leave the floor to you. If you have anything you want to say, any shout outs you want to give, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Yeah, we do have a few games left. And you know what? Debit, we are going to beat Steel Army. And when we do, I am breaking out my Deservo meter and rubbing it all in your face. And you are going to sit there and take it like a man. Shout out to my team. Shout out to the Timbers Army boys. They're amazing. Also shout out to the Rebellion. Polar and I had a quick chat before his interview where we just both expressed how fun that series was. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, the scoreline of Axe and Rose FC does not reflect our skill. There's a lot of asterisks there, and yeah, it's a good time.
Well said. And yeah, definitely, you guys are definitely on the up. Your results don't reflect your performances and your skill level for sure. And you know what? The rest of the league better watch out, especially next season. Can't wait to see you guys next week as well, see what you guys turn up with. But for now, I'm going to let you go. Have a good night. GG's, and we'll catch you next time.
GG's. Have a good night, everyone.
And that does it. The final match of the championship has been played out. Let's take a quick look at the schedule to see the final match that remains in the Premier. And as you can see right there, it is Frontera Chrome versus KC Cauldron. And that's going to kick off tomorrow at 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. Now, when looking at the past results, we're seeing a whole lot of 3-1s and 3-0s. No 5-gamer. It's been a while since we've had that. But never say never, chat. Never say never, because Chrome versus Cauldron is going to be the match to watch. That is going to be absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to be there to not just watch it, but stream it for you all as well. Before we just end the stream, let's take a quick look at the league table to see where the teams stand. The Rebellion extend their lead to 6. And they have played 10, whereas the rest of the league, bar Axe and Rosa Los Verdes, have played 9. So they're definitely going to have a bye week. I need to see if it's next week, because if it is, then that'll give Steel Army a chance to catch up. And it is next week, yes. So they'll have their bye week next week, and that'll give Steel Army the opportunity to come back, as well as EC Defiance, to close the gap and keep this title chase going. Meanwhile, in the Premier, Frontera Chrome versus KC Cauldron, 2nd versus 4th. Frontera Chrome need to win to keep up the chase against Timber's Army. Cauldron need to win to keep themselves just in contention. This is going to be the match to watch. Be here for Frontera Chrome versus KC Cauldron tomorrow night. We're going to sign off. Now, this is the Only Mazar, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.